Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a video. It's a topic I'm passionate about, y'all. I want to talk about all the products I use to blur out. We have so many products that they're like an Instagram filter. And I just have, I have quite a few of them. So I'm just going to jump right into this and I'm going to go in the order how I would apply them, which would be primers. Okay, the first one, I will just start with the one that I'm using up right now. So I'm using this daily, and that is the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. But what I've discovered is a lot of these that are kind of that pink tone and kind of a silicone slip. There's a lot of these out there, and you really don't have to spend a lot to get it. This e.l.f. Poreless Primer is great. I love how it blurs. And it does kind of have a silicone slip and a little bit of a maybe a eucalyptus smell. But I love this e.l.f. I'm really enjoying it. Then one I don't hear a lot about, but I really love this. I heard about this on Flower Bomb 31 a long time ago. And it's the Optical Illusion, the Urban Decay. And this is my second one of these. Same type of same type of primer. Looks like that. And this one has a little bit more of a grip to it. It's a little bit stickier. And I love it. It's not sticky. It has that same silicone slip, but it has a little more grip to it. And I love this one. I will tell you, when my daughter tried this one day, she was like, oh, what is that? I need that. So I gave her that one and replaced it with this one. And she's tried a lot of primers, and she loved this one. So. Okay, then one I don't have in my possession because I used it all up, and I'm using these, so I didn't replace it. That's the NYX Angel Veil. I love that one so much. I haven't owned it in 6 months, and I still remember how much I loved it. I believe that was marketed as a dupe for the Hourglass Veil Primer. I like that one better, quite a bit better. If you love this, tell me how you use it. Maybe I need to let it set up a little bit, kind of set up before I blend it. But I love the NYX Angel Veil, and I want to love the Hourglass. So if you love that, tell me how you use it. And then next, I have a couple of colorless primers that when I put them on, I'm like, how is that doing that? How is this blurring? One of them is this Lorac Pro Skin Glass Skin Primer. I know Marlene loves this too. Now, I love putting this right on my skin. Just, dripping it onto my skin. It's real thin like that. Real thin, and then it spreads so nice, leaves a tiny bit of a glow, but I wouldn't call it really a radiance or a luminosity. More than anything, this blurs. It just gives my skin a healthy glow. It feels really nice, and then I'm like, is that blurring stuff out? Yes, it is. And I love this. I love this glass skin primer, and that's what it makes your skin look like. It does make my skin look glassy. Same for this La Base Pro. Now this is a little bit thicker, but has the same kind of effect. More of a gel, you can see. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. It's more of a gel, and then just smooths and blurs. It has a nice silicone slip. I say nice. I love a silicone slip. Look at my hand with all those primers on it. It just looks great. Looks about 10 years younger, which is what these do. They make your skin look perfected, smoothed out, blurred, and I love them all. And this one, the La Base Pro is, one of my new favorites. I love it. Okay, and then my last primer is relatively new to me, and I love this for different reasons. Same but different. This is the Stila One Step Correct. One of you girls told me about this, and I love this. My cousin Rebecca loves this also. And this has color correctors in it. The green and the pink and the purple, and then they mix all together. Very blurring, very perfecting. Y'all, my hand looks and feels so good. Why I love this in a little bit different of a way than these others is because it has color correctors in it, which I don't really need all over my face, but I tell you where I love it. I love to do this all over my face. Gives it a nice blurred out effect, very smoothing, and then work it up into my dark circles. And it gives my dark circles a nice head start before I do color correctors, concealers, powders. This is giving my under eyes a nice head start, along with the rest of my face. But that's what puts this up there a little bit extra special. I love working that into my dark circles. And then I'm going to move on from primers into how I like to blur. I'm going to move on to foundations. And I'm going to start with one that's kind of new to me, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. This is a full cover. It is very blurring. It is very smoothing, and it just covers everything up. Like the name, it just makes my skin airbrush. Has a nice pump on it. I'm in the color 2 Neutral. If you decide to get this, just realize it's a very full cover, and there's kind of a learning curve with it. I had to really experiment with this, putting it on several different ways, with a sponge, with a brush, with my fingers, and, you know, kind of learned the best way for myself to put this on. So if you get it, just realize you may have to be patient with it because it's a little bit different. It's a little bit thicker. It's a little more cover. I have to work a little bit faster, but it was worth it. This makes my skin perfected and flawless, and I love it. Okay, next, a Smashbox foundation. The Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour. This is not as full of a cover or as thick as their latest release, this one that came in the tube. This is more of a full cover. Okay, this is a medium cover that still blurs like crazy. So if you want the blurring, but not a real full cover, you want something a little bit lighter, you would probably love this. I do. I thought it was full cover for forever, but it's actually more of a medium cover, but very blurring and filtering. I love this. It's beautiful. A beautiful finish, a beautiful foundation by Smashbox. If you've not tried the 15 Hour and you like a good medium cover, you know, kind of lighter, but still, you know, we all like to be blurred out. You might try that. It is beautiful. Okay, next, a foundation I think I discovered at the end of last year, and it's this Clinique. It's the Clinique Even Better Refresh. Not to be confused with the Even Better, which doesn't cover that great on me. The Even Better Refresh is a beautiful cover. Makes me look filtered every time I wear it. I wore this yesterday. It's a nice full cover. Just makes my skin look filtered and blurred, and it is a beautiful finish. Beautiful. I like to use this with the Beyond Perfecting. Put the Beyond Perfecting because this is a doe foot. And so I like to just put a little bit of this all over my face and blend it out with this mannequin skin. It is beautiful. I will tell you, I have a hard time color matching with my Clinique foundations. I would just go into the counter. I mix 2. I mix the, I think this is Alabaster, Custard. I mix the Custard and the Cream Chamois. And that gets me a pretty good shade match. But yeah, I don't know what shade to tell you I am in those, but I get a beautiful look every time I wear that. Okay, next, a classic. My Estee Lauder Double Wear always gives me perfect looking skin every time I wear it. My favorite way to wear this, every time I wear this with my Becca backlight, every time I wear these two together, I get a compliment on my skin. Your skin looks great. It looks beautiful. Now, I think that's always my niece, but she always notices when I have this on. This is beautiful. I love the Double Wear, probably with any illuminating primer, luminous primer underneath it, but the Double Wear, it's gotta be top 3. It may be my top, absolute top. It's a full cover. It's a matte finish without looking flat like a skin matte. This does not come with a pump. I have one with a pump and one without. I probably will get a pump for this one. And my perfect color in this is 1 into Ecru. That's my perfect color. It's my baby. The next one, the Tarte Found Sealer, is more of a luminous finish, kind of dewy. Again, this just perfects my skin and airbrushes it out. It is beautiful. It's a good medium to full cover. It has a pump. You twist it out and make sure it locks. And then, you know, it's got that pump on it, and it's just a medium to full cover with a dewy finish. And every time I wear it, I always walk by the mirror and go, what is that? It is beautiful. It just is, you know, a real filtered, good, beautiful look every time I wear it. It is lovely. Okay, next, another one that's kind of new to me this year, or it is new to me this year, and it's the Flower Light Illusion. This, again, is a dewier finish, and I'll tell you, when something is dewy, a lot of times it draws attention to my shadows and things that I really want to cover. Not this and not the Found Sealer. They're both dewy finishes. Both of these are more of a dewy finish and beautiful and still look filtered and smooth and just beautiful. I would say the flower is more, on me, I think that's more of a full cover. Has a pump on it, a nice glass bottle. This will run you a little over $10, and this is one of my favorite foundations I have in my entire collection. Probably top 5 right now. And then my last foundation is a beauty, and it's the one I have on today, and it's the NARS Sheer Glow. And I like this much the same way I like the Smashbox. It's feels a little bit lighter. It's a medium cover, but I could build it. I can build it to full. I've got a nice full cover today. But it's a little bit lighter. It's a medium cover, still blurs, still smooths things out so beautifully, filters, and you know, a little bit lighter. And it's the Sheer Glow. This is what I have on today, and I love it. I love this every time I wear it. Okay, in my final category, the finishing powders. And they are just the, you know, the final touch to the blurring. And I use them all day. And the more I use them, the more blurred out I get. And I'm going to start with the one I'm using up, and that is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is a beautiful blurring powder. It's what I use every day right now to finish out. I also love, and would compare this to the Too Faced. They operate very much the same to me. And I would have the Too Faced, but my daughter took it. She loves it too. But I love this Maybelline Fit Me. It just gives a beautiful finish to the skin and a definite blurring. I love it. Okay, next, one of my tops, and that is the It Bye Bye Pores. This just blurs things out without making your makeup thick. It doesn't have, you know, a lot of extra cover. Okay, I'm going to use it on one side of my face because I'm going to want to demonstrate several. I'm going to use it over here. And I always run it a little bit up into the under eye area. And it just, oh, I can't help it. I'll just do it all over. It blurs everything in together, smooths the complexion out, and this one, it's just a little bit magic. I was going to try to not use this anymore because it has hyaluronic acid in it, which dries me out. I can't put it down. I can't get rid of it, so I'm still using this. I will follow that up with one that's supposed to be a dupe for this, and that is the e.l.f. HD, and I love the e.l.f. HD. I've hit pan in it. I will say this is a little bit chunkier than the It Bye Bye. I can't really get too much of the It Bye Bye Pores. The e.l.f., I have a couple of times gotten too much of this, but it is so blurring. You just don't really want to work your brush in there real good with this. Just, you know, kind of get a nice dusting of it, and I'm going to do it on this side. That is so beautiful and blurring, and I do feel like it is a dupe, a close match for the It Bye Bye. I'm just a little more careful with this one, not to pick up too much product. I also love the NYX HD. I will tell you, this can make my makeup oxidize. I'm not sure what circumstance has to be present for that to happen, because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But I love my NYX HD powder. It is fine as angel dust. It's fine as dust. It's a beautiful powder. And this is just silica. I think it's silica. If it's not, I'll put it right here. But this is a beautiful blurring powder. I also love my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish. Airbrush Flawless Finish, and that's what it does. And of course, I'm going to put more on. I cannot go without this. I always keep this. I will tell you, it runs out real fast. I always say that. It runs out really fast. So but I'm going to replace it. I just am. I have to have it. There's something extra special about it, and so I will replace it in every Sephora sale that comes around. It adds maybe a tiny bit of a cover, but it just makes me look like I have mannequin skin. I love that. We'll always keep it. And then the powder that's supposed to be a dupe for that, and it is very close, and I pick this up a lot of times so I don't use this one as fast, and that's the Flower. I could probably just keep this one, but I have a YouTube channel, and I love to collect makeup, so I keep both of these. I would say they're close, y'all. They are neck and neck. I'll use this one and think, no, this one's the best. Then I use this one and think, no, this one's just as good. And I just, so I just keep them both. But let's do a little bit more. I love the Flower powder. I do think this is a very close match. For the Charlotte Tilbury, I just can't give either one of them up. Okay, next, Hourglass. And I have two favorite Hourglasses. These ambient lighting powders are like candlelight on your face. And my favorite is the diffused light. I like also the dim light, but the dim light's a little bit dark, so sometimes I'll richen up through the center of my face with it. But my favorite is the diffused light. And it's kind of got a yellow undertone, but doesn't look yellow on the face. I love this around my eyes, but I love it all over my face, just for a soft glow. And this is my second one of these. I went through a full size, and I think this is one that I will always keep. And then my last blurring powder is the Hourglass Veil. And this is another powder that just gives just the most beautiful soft focus to the face. Hold on. And this is beautiful under the eyes, just not under the eyes, over here in the corner, but I use it all over my face for a soft focus blurring out. This is one of my big loves. The Hourglass Veil is beautiful. Okay, and those are all of my favorite blurring products. Y'all definitely down below let me know what your favorite blurring, smoothing products are so we can all pick those up and love them with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.